Welcome into the Murphy Center at Middle Tennessee State University. Decided this Class 3A state tournament quarterfinal round matchup as the White County Warriorettes take on the Dyersburg Lady Trojans. I'm Noah McKay on the call here on the Watson Chevy UCR Media Network. Thrilled to be joined on Media Row by my friend Jacob Vinson and the lovely Madison McKay producing things for us as we are 5.5 minutes away from tip-off in Murfreesboro. The White County Warriorettes with their first trip to the state tournament in the 21st century. And to quote the great Ric Flair, to be the man, you got to beat the man. Tonight, the White County Warriorettes are trying to defeat the man, the reigning state champion Dyersburg Lady Trojans. Jacob, no small task today for White County, but they feel they're up to the task.
Yeah, absolutely. This is a White County team that we've talked about it all season long. It's one of the best basketball teams in the state, but to your point, you get matched up with the reigning state champions and a team that just seems like they've gotten better from last season. A Dyersburg team coming in that they don't have too many losses on the year, just 4 losses on the year, all to very good teams. A team out of Arkansas, a team out of Texas, and 2 in-state losses in Westview and then Crockett County. And obviously we know how good that Westview team is, and we might see them maybe a little bit later in this tournament against a possible York Institute. And then their other loss against Crockett County, probably their only, like you say, your get-out-of-jail-free card. That was that loss for them. It was a 7-point loss to Crockett County, and then they obviously bounced back against them in big fashion, beating them 49-22 in the regular season the second time. Faced them again in the region semifinals, beat them by 17. And so now here into the state tournament, this is a Dyersburg team. They're playing as good as anybody in the state, and they're the number 1 team in the state for a big reason.
Yeah, they absolutely are. Tonight's broadcast is presented by our friend Randy Wallace with Wallace Insurance Agency. We certainly appreciate Randy. We'll tell you more about all that he offers as we move through the broadcast. Today's game is audio only due to the TSSAA regulations, but we'll bring it to you the entire way. You can close your eyes and picture the action along with us here from the Murphy Center. About 4 minutes away from tip-off, let's take a look at the tail of the tape in this matchup. The White County Warriorettes and their head coach Michael Dodgen, already one of the best seasons in program history, 32-3 on the campaign. They won 11 straight games, and they rolled into this tournament, defeating Lenore City 52-28 in the sub-state round. It's the 17th state tournament appearance all-time for White County, but it ends a long drought dating back to 1998. They made the tournament 7 times in the 1990s, but haven't been back since. It's been 96 years since the White County Warriorettes have won a state championship. While they don't have team experience in this state tournament, the head coach does. Michael Dodgen's been in the glass house several times in his career. Back at Cannon County, made it 4 straight years from 2011 to 2015, but has only won 1 game here in the glass house, looking to change that here today. For White County, it's their explosive offense that caught the headlines early in the year, and then the defense late. The offense has carried them throughout, though, scoring 60.7 points per game. You mentioned some of the losses for Dyersburg. For White County at 32-3, there aren't many losses. 1 to Farragut very early in the season, 1 to Knox Central out of Kentucky the day after they lose Ashlyn Selby for the year with a torn ACL, and then the outlier, their get-out-of-jail-free card against the Smith County Lady Owls, their signature victories on this season. They defeated Bearden, they defeated Livingston Academy, they defeated Upperman 3 times. Their opponents, on the other hand, are the defending state champion Dyersburg Lady Trojans. They finally got over the hump last year in their 12th state tournament appearance and won it in a 1-point ball game with the Upperman Lady Bees. This is their 3rd straight trip here to the Glass House in Murfreesboro. They also red hot. They won 13 straight games entering the state tournament, and they rolled past Millington 80-33 in the sub-state round. You mentioned some of their losses, their wins. Southside, 2 times by 20-plus points, both early in the season. South Gibson, who was in this tournament, they beat them 3 times. They defeated the Division II single-A champion Webb Beat as well, and they're led by their Miss Basketball finalist Joya Crawford. When the brackets came out, everybody went, ooh, White County, Dyersburg, round 1. This game we're about to see is exactly why we all had that reaction.
Well, yeah, and then just this side of the bracket in general is really tough because on the other side is Jackson Southside and Northview Academy, which will be the next quarterfinal coming up. On the other side of the bracket, South Gibson has already won. They beat Cott County 43-39, and Heritage blew past Portland 60-36. So this bottom half of the bracket is very, very tough. If you're going to win a championship out of this side of the bracket, you are absolutely going to earn it. So for the White County Warriorettes, the big key for them, they have to get off to a good start. Control what they can control. Don't turn the basketball over and hit your open shots.
Yeah, from talking to Coach Dodgen, really this entire week, ever since the bracket came out, and you got to look at Dyersburg, he said, hey, We feel confident, but we have to remain calm. Dyersburg, they're going to press 94 feet this entire ball game. They got to limit the turnovers, and when Dyersburg goes on a run, White County knows they have to remain calm and just continue to play basketball. First time this year, really, that White County is going to face a team that plays high-pressure man-to-man defense like the Warriorettes do. They got to be able to handle that this afternoon.
And that's the one thing, they kind of match up well in that aspect because they're both very long. They both handle the ball well. Who is going to handle the ball the best here in this game, limit those turnovers, because like you said, this Dyersburg team, they're going to pressure you even on that inbounds. They make a shot, they're trying to hop in front of the pass and take it for an easy lay-in. That's kind of how they go on their mini runs throughout the ball game. So you really have to be crisp with your passes and take care of the basketball on the offensive side. Defensively, they're going to hit some good shots. I mean, it's just a really good Dyersburg team. You mentioned it. They've got a Miss Basketball finalist on their side in Crawford, and then Jordan is also really, really good for Dyersburg. So they're going to hit their shots, just play some good defense, make it difficult for them on those shots, and then go down on the other side and do your business offensively.
Let's get to the starting lineups first for the White County Warriorettes and our head coach Michael Dodgen with a record of 32 victories and 3 losses out of Sparta, Tennessee. Number 3, Ava Jones. Number 5, Bella Whittingham. Number 12, Kyra Fox. Number 13, Gracie Clark. And number 14, Lakeland Grasdy. Their opponents today, the reigning Class 3A state champion, Dyersburg Lady Trojans, and their head coach Tim Strayhorn with a record of 27 victories and 4 losses. Starting for them today, number 1, KK Hockett. Number 11, Shelby Jordan. Number 12, Ari Quinn. Number 24, the Miss Basketball finalist, Joya Crawford. And number 25, Callie Macklin. One other factor in the game, while the Warriorettes as a team have not been here, Keely Mullins has been here. How quickly does she get in the ball game for Michael Dodgen tonight could tell us a lot.
Of course, played for Livingston Academy in this tournament 2 years ago when they made their state championship run and ended up falling to Jackson Southside by 10 points in that championship game. Keely Mullins, a starter on that squad. So she played 3 games in this gym a couple of years ago. Obviously, Livingston Academy didn't make it last year, so she's back here in the glass house. But like you said, coming off the bench, and she has helped them a lot here in this postseason. She helped them win a ball game against Livingston Academy in that region tournament in overtime. And like you said, we'll see how quickly she comes off that bench for this Warriorette squad.
Our state tournament disclaimer as always, this is Upper Cumberland Reporter based out of the Upper Cumberland region in Tennessee. It's an audio-only broadcast, and we very much have a personal bend to one team in this contest. If you're a Dyersburg fan, we don't want to hear your comments about it. I'm just letting you know right now up front. White County against Dyersburg in the Class 3A state tournament. Let's get it on in Murfreesboro. Dyersburg in White County in maroon, and it's the Lady Trojans possessing the tip. Little turnaround shot blocked by Gracie Clark. Offensive rebound. The putback won't go. Rebound tipped. Ava Jones has it, and White County stands tall on defense on the first possession.
That's a tremendous start defensively. Gracie Clark getting into the guard there for Dyersburg and able to create the missed shot.
Shelby Jordan had the shot. Clark with the disruption. The defensive player of the year in the UC. She then looks for Ava Jones, who tips it up and out of play. In the first turnover for White County, relatively unforced. It goes back to Dyersburg.
Yeah, looking for Jones from the elbow on that right block down low. Just a little bit too high for Jones to handle and goes out of bounds for the early turnover.
Handoff here for Jordan. She picks up, fires it right side. Another 3 ball on the way. Dyersburg can really shoot it. They have their first with Ari Quinn.
Yeah, Quinn able to step right into it. Fox defensively out on her, but his team is not scared to shoot it. You got to be really out on him.
Ava Jones going to drive the lane, swiped and a foul. How this game is officiated will matter greatly. And they're going to get the first one of the game. It goes on Joya Crawford. Never mind, it's on Callie Macklin, 25.
And it didn't look like a ton of contact there, so to your point, depending on how this game is officiated, might help or hurt the Warriorettes.
And ironically, typically White County likes a fairly loose whistle. That could be the other hand tonight as Clark's shot's too strong. Rebound down to Jordan, and Shelby Jordan will push it ahead for Dyersburg. Jordan going to flip back for Hockett. KK Hockett going to drive in the lane. Now she floats back. She's the granddaughter of head coach Tim Strayhorn, and she won on the state championship last year with her 3-point shooting in the state championship game. She's only shooting, though, just over 20% this year in the regular season. Now off the dribble, Crawford skies up and connects. Joya Crawford with a tough look, and it's 5-0 Dyersburg.
Yeah, from 18 feet out there, a deep 2 from right at the top of the key. And, I mean, it's one you can't guard. So, again, they're going to hit tough shots.
Jones picks up her dribble, now finds Bella Whittingham. White County looking to find their rhythm early, already down by 5. Fox bounces in for Jones. She drives, and a shot up and a block and a foul. And this is 2 already on Callie Macklin, who's guarding Ava Jones. So we'll see what Coach Strayhorn does as Jones will go to the Wallace Insurance free throw line.
That's a really big call. 2 minutes in, and the post defender against Jones picks up her second foul. Obviously, for White County, they want to get the ball inside on Jones, who's able to hit the first free throw, and they've been able to get it inside to her. She's been fouled a couple of times and now able to make him pay for the first point of the game for White County.
Ava Jones averaging 12.5 points per game for Sparta, goes 2 for 2. One of the lone seniors on this team makes it 5-2. Julia Crawford going to bring it up here for Dyersburg. She is so good at creating her own shot. Already done it once, now triggers another 3. Off the dribble, 2 strong, long rebound going into the backcourt. It'll be grabbed, and Crawford going to try and reset with some tempo here. Back in the half court. Crawford picked up by Clark. Skies up in the mid-range again. Can't connect. Rebound tipped out. Gracie Clark has it, and Sparta will look to push it ahead. Clark off a Fox screen into the half court. Picked up by Crawford. Now fires to Jones. Jones, turnaround 3 ball on the way, making it a long 2, but it's good. Ava Jones with 4 straight for White County.
And that's huge for this White County offense. If she can really spread out that Dyersburg defense, you're going to have some open opportunities inside for everybody else.
Now a nice little set play, pick and roll. Macklin finishes inside with her first 2.
That's a tremendous pass from Jordan. Kind of goes up like she's going to shoot it, just dumps it down low. Macklin wide open inside after the screen.
Now Kyra Fox spins a couple of times, finds Ava Jones. Jones, big collision on Fox. Jones triggers the 3 and connects. Ava Jones with a Gary Maxwell Insurance 3.
Yeah, Kyra Fox took a shot there on the screen, but able to create the space for Jones to get the 3 off, and then a foul caught on the Warriorettes on the other end.
Bella Winningham going to be tagged with a reach. 7-7. How about Ava Jones? 7 points to open the game and 2 deep shots already for Sparta. We're still tied up.
It's a great start for Ava Jones, and especially offensively for White County.
That one tipped by Grasty. It's a foot race into the backcourt, and now Grasty going to be called for a foul as she got into the back of Julia Crawford. So Lakeland Grasty picks up her first, team second. Both players a bit slow to get up, but they're back on their feet.
Coach Dodgen saying that's not necessarily the smartest foul. You can go for the basketball, but Crawford did have the position on it, and she would have been off balance even if she would have picked up the basketball, so that's why he didn't want her to foul there, but just her first.
Yeah, and Grasty says, I was going for the ball, and Coach Dodgen said, I got it. Up ahead, here comes Julia Crawford. She gives off to Shelby Jordan. That's the 2-man game. Now a deep 3 on the way again. No, rebound tipped down. It stays with Dyersburg. Hockett going to fire it over left side for Jordan. Jordan fakes off a screen, triggers another 3. No, rebound down to Clark. They really shoot the basketball in mass. Clark loses her footing on this Murphy center floor, and a foul. Diving after the loose ball, one of the Lady Trojans, Quinn, and she's a bit injured. Coach Dodgen asking for the trainer, but she's back on her feet.
Fell awkwardly on that arm, and pretty much the same exact play that Lakeland Grasty just had at the other end, going for the basketball and just kind of got there second.
She is still in pain. That's one you're scared it's a collarbone with the way she landed, but she's trying to stay in there right now.
Kind of looked like she was grabbing at that wrist, and now an official will stop the play, and
she's saying she's good, but I don't believe her. She's going to be tough and try to stay in there. 4:33 to play in the second, or in the first rather. It's 7-7. Ava Jones with the basketball now, and noted point guard Ava Jones brings it across the timeline. Back to Bella Whittingham. Over to Jones. She's having a dandy of a postseason. Now flashes in for Grasty. Lakeland Grasty, the typical point for this team. Surveys, now sends it right side for Bella Winningham from a mile away. Too strong, no, rebound down, and pushing it ahead. Here comes Julia Crawford.
Quinn's not moving that left shoulder, by the way.
No, she's not. Dyersburg rotates some, and they're going to send a sub to the table for the first time in this one, and a hand check going to be called here on Sparta.
Gracie Clark.
It is going to go on Gracie Clark. That'll be her first, team's third. And a sub checking into the game who was not on the roster given to us from TWSAA. So we'll figure out who number 5 is. Baseline inbound coming.
Kathleen Harrell.
White County playing deny basketball, but Crawford able to go up and get it. Kathleen Harrell is into the game, as Jacob so eloquently let us know. Crawford drives, and she traveled. Lakeland Grasty lockdown defense, and Coach Dodgen told me yesterday, he said Lakeland is going to cover Joya Crawford for as long as she can stay out of foul trouble. And now here comes Keely Mullins into the game, in for Kyra Fox.
So bring in a little bit more size, and obviously she brings in that offensive threat as well. Fox, a pretty good offensive threat in her own right, but Mullins now a little bit more size for this White County team.
White County breaks that ferocious Dyersburg pressure with ease. Bella Winningham to the baseline and a foul. Fairly tight whistle here early on in this ball game. We got another hand check, this time against the Lady Trojans. And they're going to get Harrell fresh off the bench, and she's up to the team's fourth foul. Next one since started the line.
That's really big. 3:38 to play here in the first.
Now into the low block. Winningham turns too low. No good. Rebound down. And KK Hockett will push it ahead for Dyersburg. Hockett fires right side. Thinking about it. Now putting on the deck is Jordan. She drives to the low block. Her shot won't go. Rebound tipped over Jones. She has it again. Now Jordan, little fadeaway. Tried to flop. No. Hockett with the rebound. A tie-up. A jump. And the arrow belongs to Sparta.
Well, one thing that Sparta's struggling with right now, they're being out-rebounded 7-3 early on, and a few of those have been offensive for Dyersburg, but they get the basketball back here. They shore up those rebounds. They're going to feel a little bit better defensively.
Keely Mullins gets it in late, but finds Lakeland Grasky. Now here's Ava Jones with speed into the half court. Jones, coast to coast, blocked out of her hands by Hockett. Ball's loose. Still loose, diving on the floor. Winningham comes away, turns around into an open three. Connects. Bella Winningham cashes home the Gary Maxwell Insurance three, and Sparta leads for the first time.
What a play by Winningham and Jones. Winningham gets in there. Jones saves it to Winningham and knocks it down.
And now we have another blocking foul, and this is a big one. It's going to go on Bella Winningham, her second, team's fourth. They're not getting away with contact either direction, and this is the play both teams like to play to get up in you. And subs checking in for both teams. Fox back to the table. She's going to check in for Sparta as Bella Winningham will not be able to check out. Fox didn't get quite to the middle of that table. So now Bella will have to be careful. Inbound right to Jordan. She puts it up and good. Joya Crawford with the lay, and we're back in a 10-9 ball game. Joya Crawford, Shelby Jordan, both as good as advertised. Keely Mullins with a deep three. Can't hit. Rebound down, and Dyersburg possesses. Ahead for Crawford. Crawford jump stops, mid-range pull-up. Can't hit. Rebound down to Bella Winningham. And the pace beginning to open up just a little bit. Winningham into Hockett. Two hands right onto the chest of Bella Winningham. And KK Hockett going to pick up her first, team's fifth. Bella Winningham will go to the table before she checks out to shoot two at the Wallace Insurance free throw line.
She started to run to the scorer's table and then realized that she is going to get some free throws. So this is big for White County. Mentioned it. There's still 2:20 to go here in the first quarter. You're going to be shooting free throws the rest of the way. And the way they've been aggressive, taking it to the basket, they might get to the line a couple more times before the quarter ends.
Winningham already hit 1-3 in the quarter. Her first free throw is up and hits. Leading scorer for this team, 14.1 points per game. She also has a couple of steals a game. They'll be looking for that today.
This is a great start for White County. And two good free throws for Winningham. Fox will come back in for her.
It was 5-0. You went, oh, don't love that. Now they've settled in. Ava Jones got them started, and now Bella Winningham will check out of the game with those two fouls. It's 12-9 for the Warriorettes. Jordan sends over left side. It's grabbed by Parr. Now back for Crawford. Right side, Hockett. Hockett flips back to Shelby Jordan. Jordan trying to work on Clark, and we got another hand check. And this one goes on Gracie Clark. That's her second. And Coach Dodgen says, get your hands off of her. They are not allowing any hands into the body each direction right now. Dyersburg into the bonus, and two free throws upcoming here for Shelby Jordan.
Yeah, that's the one thing. It's been consistent, so the coaches aren't getting mad about it. The fans are, but they've been calling it that way the whole game. So it's going to be called tight like that. You cannot put your hands on them. They're going to call it a foul.
Yeah, that was just one of those kind of escorting the lower back.
Wasn't a ton of contact, but it is technically a foul.
2 for 2 for Shelby Jordan. I mentioned it early, how this game's officiated was going to matter. It's a tight whistle. Both teams already in the bonus with 2 minutes to go in the first as Jones gives back to Mullins. This is the big lineup for White County with both Jones and Mullins in the floor. Clark surveys the floor. Room to operate, fires right side for Ava Jones. Jones trying to back down the defender. The help arrives. She kicks back to Fox. Kyra Fox drives, fires over for Gracie Clark. She drives, now bounces back to Fox, but her foot hit the line. or Fox didn't reestablish position. Either way, it's out of bounds, and it goes back to Dyersburg.
Looks like that was the call from the baseline official saying she went out of bounds and didn't come back in with 2 feet before she touched the basketball again. So it will be a turnover, White County. But again, up by 1:38 to play in the first. And again, we talked about it. Got to get off to a good start. Dyersburg not hitting probably the shots that they would like to hit so far in this first quarter. They're only shooting 31%. So you got to keep playing tough defense.
Julia Crawford, that's a moving screen. Absolutely. Right in front of us. Liz Lemons just moving away with one of the Warriorettes defenders to free up the shot, and possession goes back to Sparta.
Yeah, and she hadn't played a ton. Coming in here shortly, just a couple of minutes of action, trying to set that screen. And like you said, just kind of shifting her feet the whole time, trying to stay in front of the White County defender. So White County will get the basketball back again.
Keely Mullins right in front of us here on Media Row. Bounces to Ava Jones. Jones back for Lakeland Grasty. Sparta with a 1-point lead here. They needed a good start. They have a good start. Gracie Clark playing with 2 fouls, tries to get it to Jones. It's tipped, but Ava runs it down. Now right side for Clark. She slices the lane, up and under, and a foul. Gracie Clark going to go to the Wallace Insurance free throw line. Nobody in either fan base happy with the stripes right now. They get Shelby Jordan. That's her first.
I mean, there was a good amount of contact inside there. She kind of split 2 defenders.
Gracie Clark, one of those big 3 scoring-wise. She's averaging 13.8 points per game, shooting nearly 50% from the field. Hits the first, quickly fires away the second.
That's what makes this White County team so fun, so dynamic offensively. It doesn't just go through one person. Obviously, kind of starts with Ava Jones, but then gets dispersed from around.
Crawford across the timeline here, gives back for Hockett. Hockett into the mid-range, now fires back. This one grabbed by Parr. Her shot thrown up, good, counted in the foul. A tough finish inside for Bree Parr. And she can make it a 3-point play. They're going to get Ava Jones for her first.
I wondered if they were going to get Keely Mullins kind of going over the top there. I think she actually got most of the basketball, so the foul does go on Jones, who's kind of in front of her, and Mullins was behind.
Just under a minute to play here in the first quarter. Parr trying to tie the game. Cannot do it as it misses off the back of the iron.
Big minute here for White County.
Grasty with a great hezzy to get free. Drives, pulls up at the mid-range. Nearly blocked on the way past. Parr may have gotten a hand on it, and Dyersburg comes away. Parr back, and Julia Crawford looks content to wait. Now she'll go to work, 40 seconds. Crawford drives on Grasty, throws it up and finishes. Tough take again for Julia Crawford.
Yeah, it's a really good drive. And again, it's pretty good defense by Grasty right in front the whole time.
Keely Mullins quickly on the other end. Her pull-up in the mid-range connects.
That's one of her favorite shots, that baseline jumper. It's kind of like a half floater, half jumper, and it goes in a lot of the time.
15 seconds left, a 1-point White County lead. Back and forth this entire first quarter. Buckle your seatbelts. We're in for a really good one here in the quarters.
A lot of fun.
Hockett walks up to Winningham. Step back, deep 3. Can't hit. Jones with a rebound, and that will do it at the end of a back and forth first quarter. It's the White County Warriorettes with a 16-15 lead. We'll be back with second quarter action. Coverage presented by Wallace Insurance Agency on the Watson Chevy UCR Media Network.
Discover this stylish and modern 3-bedroom, 2-bathroom home with an open split bedroom floor plan designed for comfort and convenience. With 3,318 square feet under one roof, plus a bonus room over the garage and 1,400 square foot basement. Located in the Brookstone subdivision, this home is just minutes from Cookeville. The builder is also offering up to 3% in closing cost assistance. Call Sonia Brown with American Way Real Estate at 931-979-7145.
Livingston Regional Hospital is Livingston's hometown hospital. Located at 315 Oak Street, Livingston Regional Hospital provides compassionate, quality care for all patients from local people you can trust, so you can count on them to treat you like family. Their excellent staff offers years of experience and training to meet the needs of all patients. They understand the importance of providing care in a professional and comforting manner. They're proud to partner with Livingston Academy Athletics through the LRH Sports Medicine Team. Livingston Regional Hospital is a proud sponsor of this broadcast on the...
Welcome back as we enter the second quarter of play. White County leads Dyersburg 16-15 in the Class 3A state tournament. Quickly in the half court, a shot for Dyersburg won't go. Offensive rebound, and the putback is good. Second chance for Shelby Jordan.
And that's the one thing they've really struggled with here in this first half. are those offensive boards. Now 4 offensive boards for Dyersburg here in this first half.
I'm Noah McKay. That's Jacob Vinson, the lovely Madison McKay, handling the scoreboard for us today as Kyra Fox has it for White County into Ava Jones. She has a move inside. Count it. And 1. Ava Jones with a tough take. Great post move. It'll be the second personal on Liz Lemons, and Jones with 9 points already back to the line.
Well, Lemons is in there right now because of already a couple of fouls on some starters, and Jones just makes her pick up her second. Jones has been dominant inside early on here for White County.
Connects on another free throw, and White County already 7 for 7 at the stripe. Ava Jones, first player into double figures with 10. Now on the other end, here's Joya Crawford. The Miss Basketball finalist had 6 points in the first quarter. Sends over to Hockett. Hockett now skip pass to a wide open Bree Parr. Her 3 connects. Bree Parr with 5 points off the bench. You can't leave these Dyersburg shooters that open. Lakeland Grasky with speed. Drives, contorts, and finishes.
That's a heck of a finish. Nobody picked her up in the transition, so she takes it all the way to the basket, and then the defense kind of got there, had to hang in the air for just a second, able to get the finish over the front side of the iron.
We have swung back and forth, and it's back to a 1-point Warriorettes advantage. Parr with it right side here for Dyersburg. Now off to Jordan. Jordan tries to drive on Fox. Skies up in the mid-range. Can't hit. Offensive rebound again. Parr has it, and then she is fouled.
And Ava Jones was in there, so is Keely Mullins.
I think this is on Keely Mullins.
Yep.
It is her first. Gracie Clark already has 2, as does Bella Winningham. Then Jones, Grasty, and Mullins now each with 1. White County right now losing on the boards as Winningham swipes it away, then saves it right to Kyra Fox over her head, but then it's stolen back by Hockett. Bodies everywhere, and a travel. KK Hockett going to get called for a travel after a chaotic sequence, but what a save by Bella Winningham in the corner.
It was incredible. Winningham saves it back in. Fox able to step in front. She has it poked from behind by Hockett, and then Hockett just lost her balance and rolled over with the basketball, so the travel is called. Dyersburg wanted a foul, but it wasn't one. Hockett just kind of spun over with the basketball in her hands.
Some coaches have trouble getting their teams to hear them in the Murphy Center. Coach Dodge is not one of those. Ava Jones has it. Again, working on Lemons, floats back. Little give and go. Bella Winningham underneath the backboard. Clanked it, and it'll go the other way to Dyersburg.
Got too deep. She got past Hockett, and Hockett was just going to let her go up because she was going to foul her if not, and just off to the underside of the backboard.
Now here's Crawford. She fires back to Parr, who bobbles and gathers. 2 minutes into the second quarter, it's 21-20. Gracie Clark back to the table for White County with 2 fouls. Parr sends back out. Now Jordan. Shelby Jordan working on Fox again. Into the mid-range, fires it out, a fastball to Parr. Corner 3, can't hit. Winningham with a rebound. Crawford tries to strip it away. Winningham says no. Now here's Lakeland Grasty, another drive. Grasty, finish! Don't count it. Late signal for the no shot, but they will not say it's a continuation. They get KK Hockett for her second.
Yeah, that's the right call. It was definitely on the floor. She put it up afterwards. She kind of picked up her dribble as she was getting fouled. And
only problem was the timing. It was a late signal on no finish.
Yeah, but the right call.
Correct. 5:35 to play in the second quarter. Dyersburg has 6 Lady Trojans on the floor right now. Lemons finally checks out. White County right now playing exactly the way they need to win this basketball game. Here's Gracie Clark. One dribble back to Grasty. Now Winningham from the logo. Can't hit. Rebound down. Clark has it. She fires over to Jones. Tips it to herself. Too strong. Clark with the rebound. Gracie Clark's put back too strong. Rebound and a foul. And they're going to get Ava Jones over the back here. It's going to be the second on Ava Jones. So now 3 different Warriorettes with 2, and they'll have to be careful with still 5:20 to go in the second quarter.
And Jones got a good look in there, but never really had a great handle on the basketball. Was kind of falling away towards the basket underneath and just had to throw it up there. And that's where it goes over the basket, and then obviously picks up the foul and trying to get the rebound.
Still a 1-point game, a long time without a point here for either team. Shelby Jordan in the mid-range. Pull-up jumper, that's her spot. Can't hit. Rebound tip. Gracie Clark has it, but it's stolen right back by Crawford. Julia Crawford throws up the shot. No. Rebound tipped a couple of times. Still loose. 2 Dyersburg Lady Trojans crash into each other. And Crawford had an open 3, but she was standing on the line. Possession back the other way to White County.
Coach dodging, hands on his head. There's a lot going on that possession. Fortunately, White County comes out with it with possession. And again, that's the struggle right now, is rebounding the basketball, being out-rebounded 15-11, and 7 of those being offensive for Dyersburg.
This is a chaotic dogfight right now. Bella Winningham works at left side. Hands off for Lakeland Grasty, gets 2 screens. Grasty drives, contorts, can't finish, but a foul. Big one here. Joya Crawford, I believe, finally going to pick up her first foul. She's a master of getting her hand on the basketball without fouling.
Very similar to Charlie Roby for the Lady Cavaliers.
Speaking of, we'll see them later on today as Grasty can't connect. First missed free throw of the game for White County. 5:30 p.m. tip-off. Jacob Vinson will be on the play-by-play headset as Cookeville takes on Lincoln County. How fitting. Cookeville and Sparta, both playing in the Murphy Center. Grasty connects on the second, and it's a 2-point lead.
I expect that basketball game to be just like this one. We're a 2-point game right now with 4:39 to play in the first half.
Jordan sends over left side. Dyersburg trying to find some offense here. Parr being left open. Now she sends left side for Harrell. Now a bounce for Jordan. Jordan fakes off a screen. Now it's stripped away. Gracie Clark picks it off. The Upper Cumberland Player of the Year on defense brings it ahead. Now turnaround shot, no good. May have been blocked. Saved in by Dyersburg, and they regain possession. Shelby Jordan's the one who ripped that one away. She stands into the front court, drives, and hands off behind her. Little head fake for Lemons, and then she traveled. Possession back the other way. Not exactly the first half that I think Liz Lemons wanted off the bench. 22-20, White County gets it back.
Well, you got to credit the White County defense. They've been really, really good, especially here in this second quarter, limiting those chances for Dyersburg. They're only 33% from the field. White County only 35%.
Bella Winningham, pass fake, finish off the glass. Great take by the junior guard, and Sparta's lead is 4.
Now, there's creases in that defense, and White County's been able to find a lot of them here in this first half.
Jordan sends over right side for Harrell, now in the corner for Parr. Back out Crawford. When they need a bucket, it's Joya Crawford or Shelby Jordan who delivers. Now a 3 again for Parr. That's why they left her open. It's nowhere close. Rebounded to Jones, and here comes Sparta again. Bella Winningham in the half court. Little Hezzy. Fakes one way, now back to Ava Jones. Jones likes the matchup. Back to Winningham. Posting up is Ava Jones. Drives, turnaround shot, too strong. Rebound down to Dyersburg. Here comes Parr into the half court with tempo. Mullins awaits. Now she'll flip it back over to Jordan. 3:12 to play in the first half.
And right now for White County, they're in a matchup zone. They're helping off of everybody that's not named Jordan and Crawford.
Now a drive into the mid-range, turnaround into Parr in the corner.
Keely Mullins and Ava Jones, the two, just kind of sitting in the paint right now, waiting for people to come in. Now a timeout taken by Dyersburg.
Tim Strayhorn wants timeout. Gives me an opportunity to tell about our presenting sponsor, Wallace Insurance Agency. Randy Wallace, located at 168 Churchill Drive in Sparta. Give our friend Randy a call at 931-837-2550 for our auto, home, business, and life insurance needs. Maybe don't do it right now, though, because Randy's at the Murphy Center supporting the White County Warriorettes. And right now for White County defensively, over 4 minutes of shutout basketball, but they've only added 6 points in the frame. They lead 24-20.
I'd say defensively been really, really good. Dyersburg 0 for their last 6, 3 turnovers in this scoring drought. And for White County, they're only 1 for their last 7, but they've got 6 points in that stretch, so been able to build this lead 24-0 right now. And actually that run is a little bit wrong because they've got the wrong score on the stats right now, so they'll have to figure that out coming up at halftime.
Out of the timeout, see what Dyersburg has. It's a quick trigger 3 for Jordan, and she hits. Shelby Jordan gives them the bucket that they need, and it's back to a 1-point game. Now Keely Mullins can't get the handoff clean. Parr with the steal and the finish. Just like that, the reigning champs back in front by a point.
And that's kind of one of those first unforced errors that they've committed here in this first half. Not a great pass. Mullins trying to get it to Grasty.
Ava Jones triggers a 3. Won't go. Rebound down to Joya Crawford. And here comes Dyersburg again. Looks like they've steadied the ship a little bit. White County will look to answer.
Yeah, they got to settle back in defensively out of this timeout.
Crawford working on Grasty. Has a lane. Drives a block. But I think they're going to get body contact on Grasty. The block was certainly clean.
Yeah.
They do get it on Lakeland Grasty, and that'll be her second. So now 4 Warriorette starters with 2 fouls apiece. Nobody with 3, but they got to be careful here. And 2 free throws upcoming. for the Miss Basketball finalist who makes the first.
Yeah, and there's two starters on the other side for Dyersburg with 2 fouls as well. Hockett and Macklin each with 2. We haven't seen Macklin for quite some time. Lemons also has 2, but she's been out off the bench and playing.
Crawford at the stripe. Flies away the next one and connects. And quickly, a run developing for Dyersburg, and this is exactly what Coach Dodgen talked about when he said they just got to remain calm when this happens. Ava Jones going to bring it up. She's not picked up. Kicks back to Winningham. Kennedy Billings-Sullivan into the game for the first time for White County. And now Grasty has it poked by Crawford. She then flops. Grasty able to regain possession. Sends right side for Winningham. Winningham fires a fastball to Sullivan. She gets free inside. A great feed and a great finish.
That's a heck of a finish. She's getting bumped all the way to the basket. A nice catch on the pass and then able to get the turnaround lay-in.
Shelby Jordan now tries to drive on Clark. Now kicks back. 3-ball on the way. No. Sullivan with another rebound. Then it's ripped away and a foul. Bree Parr going to be called for her first personal. It's going to be the third on Dyersburg. Pardon me, it's the fourth on Dyersburg. 1:32 to play in the second quarter. 27-26.
They're all messed up on the score down here on the stats.
Ava Jones with it. And she's bringing it up because they're not pressuring her. It's a smart move by White County. Now Jones spins back right side for Kennedy Billings-Sullivan.
She's got a mismatch inside, too, trying to post up.
Yeah, Jones battling in there with Callie Macklin, who picked up 2 quick fouls. Winningham picks up, and a travel violation is called. And it'll go back the other way.
I didn't see it, but Coach Dodgen a little perplexed, the bench a little perplexed. And the official didn't really have anything to say, so that may be a missed call.
Yep. Ahead comes Joya Crawford. I didn't say anything close to a travel. Now, handoff, Jordan tries to turn, steps through a double team and finishes. Nice move for Shelby Jordan, who has 7 in the quarter.
Just gave that little head fake. 2 Warriorette defenders go flying by and then able to get the finish right between both of them.
And again, Ava Jones brings it up, crosses over, and a foul. Shelby Jordan picks up her second. Now 4 different Lady Trojans have 2. And Ava Jones just goes 94 feet and will be rewarded with a trip to the Wallace Insurance free throw line.
Yeah, I mean, like you said, nobody's really picking her up on the way down the floor. And again, when she was younger, freshman and sophomore year, really handled the basketball a lot for this White County team. So it's not like she's not used to it. And able to hit the first free throw. She's been really good at the line today.
Yeah, you talk about a stretch player, can play anywhere you need her to. Ava Jones that's why she's going to go play at Trevecca, has signed there. She makes the first free throw. She leads Sparta with 11 points. Can't make the second. Rebound down and a foul. This one's going to go on White County. They called Kennedy Billings-Sullivan for a hold. And it's the same official who called the travel, and it's a terrible call.
And he doesn't realize there's 2 free throws coming either. He was asking for the basketball down to the baseline to bounce it in.
Kennedy Billings-Sullivan got called.
Yeah, that's only 4 for White County, actually.
For a foul where she had 2 players go over her back.
It's tough.
How we pick officials at this thing always amazes me. Truly. Ahead comes Joya Crawford. Lord, give me the strength. It's early in the day. 37 seconds to go in the second, 29-27. It's kind of a big game. We got to officiate pretty well.
I mean, now he's not counting, and she's a foot away from her.
Grasty steps towards Crawford. Now gets that clock working. Crawford, a little crossover. Clock ticking. Grasty trying to stay in front. Dyersburg with a lead, content to try and hold. 12 seconds. Crawford works it right side. Now they'll go to work with 8. Crawford, one-on-one, pulls up from the free throw line, can't finish, rebounded by Jones. Ava Jones cannot get a look, and a back and forth first half is in the books. After 2, it's Dyersburg 29, White County 27. We'll come back with first half stats, preview the second, and get back to all the action here at the Murphy Center. White County in a dogfight with the reigning Class 3A state champs. Coverage of tonight's game presented by Wallace Insurance Agency. You're listening to it on the Watson Chevy UCR Media Network.
Proudly introducing Upper Cumberland Generators for all your home power solutions. Locally owned and operated, Upper Cumberland Generators are here to make sure you have peace of mind no matter the situation. with new and reliable generators. Call 931-265-1702 for more information or to order yours today. Upper Cumberland Generators is proud to support this broadcast on the UCR Media Network.
Let the bidding begin. It's time for the show, and you know it's gonna go high. There's a buzz in the air, and people come from everywhere to hear the auctioneer cry. The sound of the gavel never gets old when you hear an EJ say so. Live or online, we handle auctions of any kind.
Call Amanette's Eagle Auction at 526-5335, where we soar higher.
How many letters?
5 letters.
Just think about, what am I doing right now?
Smile. Smile?
Uh-huh.
This is so easy.
The Real Estate Collective Sparta team consists of dedicated real estate professionals passionate about helping individuals and families achieve their real estate goals in their home of Sparta. Rico Sparta are your trusted hometown realtors. Focused on people over profits, Rico Sparta can help make your real estate dreams a reality. Call 931-837-8371 or visit them online at letsgorico.com. Rico Sparta is proud to support this broadcast on the UCR Media Network.
What if opportunity was all in a day's work?
We find new ways to make vacation dreams a reality. And that inspires me to do my best work every single day.
What if you can make a real impact in people's lives with a team that cares?
What I do matters, not just for guests, but for my team. We rely on each other each and every day.
What if your work inspired fun and moved people?
We put the world on vacation. Our job is to make people happy. Inspiring travelers around the world to live their best lives never stops being fulfilling.
At Travel and Leisure, what if can be what is. Stop wondering. Join the travel movement and start a career where memories start with you.
Tee Up is the Upper Cumberland's brand new indoor golfing experience. With 3 state-of-the-art simulators, you can work on some of the world's best courses, all in the comfort of their climate-controlled facility. You want to know how you can improve? See everything from club speed to spin rate in seconds. Conveniently located at 141 4th Street in Baxter. Stop in. Visit them online at teeupgolfclub.com or call them at 931-559-GOLF to reserve your simulator today. Tee Up is proud to support this broadcast on the UCR Media Network. The Crouch team with Highlands Elite Real Estate proudly presents this beautiful 3-bedroom, 2.5-bathroom home located just south of Cookeville. Boasting 2,700 square feet and a 2-car garage, this home features a very open floor plan with hardwood floors. You'll find great custom touches throughout, including a welcoming covered porch. For more information, visit chadandamycrouch.com or call 931-979-1191 for more information. Watson Chevrolet is proud to present the area's best selection of new and pre-owned cars, trucks, and SUVs. Watson Chevy's staff of experts are ready to get you into your next vehicle with unmatched service and knowledge. Stop in at 2350 Cookeville Highway and test drive the all-new Chevy Trax or Silverado today. And remember, don't buy till you see Jason Fye. Watson Chevy is proud to be the presenting sponsor of the UCR Media Network.
The Quality Family, a local company supporting and caring for our local communities. The Quality Family offers services to get you back to the game. From bracing to oxygen and everything in between, we can meet your medical equipment needs with Buckeye Home Medical Equipment. If you have an in-home need for strength and conditioning, for example after a surgery or injury, Quality Home Health is available to provide individualized care while you are on the mend. For those with end-of-life diseases, Quality Hospice is available to provide nurturing care during those difficult times. Choose the Quality family of services for care within your community. Visit thequalityfamily.com to navigate all we have to offer you. Nelson Trophy and Screen Printing is proud to support student athletes and athletic departments throughout the Upper Cumberland. They're also proud to sponsor the Nelson Trophy and Screen Printing Player of the Game on this broadcast. From trophies to t-shirts, they can do it all. Stop by and see them at 120 Circle Drive in Allgood or give them a call at 931-537-9559. Nelson Trophy and Screen Printing is proud to sponsor this broadcast on the UCR Media Network.
Iron Vine in Cookeville is the Upper Cumberland's home for delicious Chicago-style pizza, beef, chicken, fish, and more. Located in Cookeville's historic downtown district, Iron Vine's food and atmosphere will keep you coming back for more. Take in stunning views with the UCR team on Tuesday nights at 7, live for the UCR Coaches Show from the rooftop. Fire and Vine is a proud sponsor of this broadcast on the UCR Media Network.
Finding that missing shin guard. Remembering whether it's a home or away game. Getting the right kid to the right playing field on the right day. Why are simple things sometimes so complicated? Thankfully, with auto owners, insurance doesn't have to be one of them. We work with independent agents who keep insurance simple so you can worry about more important things. Like not being that fan.
Oh, come on, ref!
That's simple human sense.
SwallowsInsurance.com or call us today, 931-526-4025. Protecting your future. It's what we do.
Time for the Happy Hiller halftime show. Visit happyhiller.com to see how our friends at Hiller can help solve your plumbing, heating, cooling, and electrical problems today. It's happyhiller.com. Dyersburg leads White County 29-27 at the break. A back-and-forth first half. But White County certainly in the basketball game. Coach Dodgen said they just got to come out here and play ball. We saw moments of that. We saw moments of some uncharacteristic turnovers, but they certainly very much have a chance to win this basketball game and advance on to the Final Four.
I mean, it's been, you look at the stats, and it kind of speaks for themselves. Everything is even. The only thing that's a little bit of a discrepancy right now are the rebounds. 19-15 in favor of Dyersburg, and more importantly, within those rebounds, 7 of those have been offensive for Dyersburg, 7-2 in that category. That's the only discrepancy, really, when you look at the rest of the stats. 29-27, obviously, the score for Dyersburg right now at halftime. And for White County, I feel like they've played a pretty good basketball game. Both teams not shooting a great percentage, 38% for White County, 37% for Dyersburg. I think the big number for them, they're only 3 of 9 from downtown right now. And so you really hope that they don't start to catch fire in the second half. We do have some news in one of their starters, Quinn, who went out early with the injury. She is not returning for the rest of this game. You mentioned the collarbone, and it looks like that might be exactly what it is. She actually has her arm in a splint right now, or in a sling right now, and then has ice over that shoulder area. So she will not be returning to this game. So Dyersburg is down a starter, and we'll see if that turns out to be big. But they've got a couple of bench players that played pretty well in that second quarter.
They certainly do, and you look up and down. You mentioned the balance. Both these teams have a whole bunch of players on the stat sheet. Ava Jones leads the game with 11 points, then 7 for Bella Whittingham, 3 for Lakeland Grasty, 2 for Gracie Clark, Kennedy Billings Sullivan, and Keely Mullins. On the other end, Joya Crawford, the Miss Basketball finalist, just 8 points in that first half, 9 for Shelby Jordan. That leads Dyersburg, and we saw the game swing back and forth. The foul count very much going to be a factor. Each team has 4 players with 2 fouls. Who can stay out of foul trouble may go a long way to deciding who sets up a date with the winner of Jackson Southside and Northview Academy, which is the game coming up next here at the Murphy Center.
Yeah, we mentioned Cott County and South Gibson, or I beg your pardon, South Gibson beating Cott County earlier, Heritage beating Portland. So Heritage and South Gibson will meet in the first semifinal tomorrow on the 3A side, and then obviously the winner of these next 2 games will meet in the second.
White County working right to left as you envision the action here live on Facebook and YouTube. We welcome you in wherever you're listening from as Gracie Clark has it. I'm Noah McKay. That's Jacob Vincent. Happy to be along with you this afternoon from the Murphy Center. Lakeland Grasty has it, being very closely guarded. Stiff screen, and it's a push against Dyersburg, trying to force through that Ava Jones screen. Wasn't sure if they're going to get a moving screen or a push, and they get a push.
Yeah, Coach Dodgen was real close to losing his mind there because it would have been the third on Ava Jones. It was a good screen, and You got the push trying to get around the screen called on Dyersburg.
Parr going to be called for her second. So now 5 different Lady Trojans. And we'll have a hand check. And again, Parr called for it. She's now up to 3. And we saw this in the first half, especially in the first quarter. No body contact. If you make body contact, you're going to get called with a foul.
Well, and Parr's not coming out either because she's in for Quinn right now, who's out with the injury. We saw Lemons come in a little bit off the bench in that first half, and we'll see if she maybe enters at some point.
She's trying to guard Lakeland Grasty. This time keeps her hands up. Kick out for Bella Winningham. Winningham off the screen. Fires for Gracie Clark. Jones trying to post up inside. Clark can't get it to her cleanly. Instead, Grasty will fire into Ava Jones. Jones sees a double arrive. She spins it over to Clark. Wide open in the mid-range. Can't connect. Rebound down. Jones runs it down. Jones, one dribble, kicks back to Kyra Fox.
A good long possession here.
Fox being harassed by the Miss Basketball finalist Joya Crawford. She'll bounce over for Bella Winningham. Winningham has it poked, now gets it to Grasty. Now Grasty with numbers, mid-range, pull up, maybe blocked from behind. Clark tried to save it in, cannot, and it'll go to Dyersburg. A minute long, empty possession for White County to open the half.
I mentioned it took a lot of time off the clock, got a good shot. Grasty just a little bit short on the attempt. So now you got to lock in defensively, trailing by these 2 points because Dyersburg, they can go on a run at any time, just like Sparta can.
Coverage of today's game is presented by Wallace Insurance Agency. We appreciate Randy for being the presenting sponsor of today's game, as I'm sure all of you do as well. Left side pass, wide open Parr. They're letting her have it. She made 1 3 and then bricked a couple way off in the first half. Kick out right side. This time Macklin. Now back out to Jordan. Jordan tries to cross over on Gracie Clark. Now she'll kick. Parr drives, and a foul called on Kyra Fox. Parr leaned into her, and they get Fox for the personal.
That looked like really good defense by Kyra Fox.
They're
Hands straight up in the air, showing the whole time, met her to the spot.
They're going to call it on the floor, and it's just Kyra Fox's first. She's really good at defending without fouling. Into the corner, quick 3 for Hockett, can't connect. Long rebound, though, stays on this end with Dyersburg. Now Parr nearly has it swiped. She'll hand off to Hockett. Now kicks into the corner, Macklin. Still where we were at halftime, 29-27. Jordan with it in the half court. Works off a Parr screen. Clark goes right over the top. Jordan now fades away in the mid-range and hits. Tough take again for Shelby Jordan.
Got to her spot, rose up. Clark was right there in her face the whole time.
Coach Johnson said they're going to make tough shots. White County's just got to play. Bella Winningham has it. They're back down 4. Largest lead for Dyersburg was 5-0. Ava Jones works over a couple of screens now. Bounces it back for Winningham. Winningham going to drive the lane. Bella Winningham high off the glass and good.
Yeah, a really good take for Winningham. Left lane side. Got past the defense and a nice lay-in with the left hand.
KK Hockett going to bring it up here for the Lady Trojans of Dyersburg. Hockett goes into Winningham. Now kicks left side for Parr. Again, Parr given room to operate. Now they working it back around for Jordan. Jordan tries to drive on Clark. Skies up. A lot of contact. No call. Offensive rebound. And we'll have a hold call. This is going to go on Ava Jones, who got caught up high. But the Sparta fans think there should have been an over the back before that, as Ava Jones is the first Warriorette with 3.
Yeah, her arm just got caught kind of inside. Really couldn't do anything about it. She was just jumping up for the basketball.
Jeremy Tollison always says, what did the defender do wrong, is his question. And we're going to have a 30-second timeout called on the floor here, called by Dyersburg, as Coach Strayhorn wants to get the right play drawn up here. 31-29, still a 2-point game, 5:18 to go in the third.
And again, it seems like they're kind of trying to settle in here in this second half, both these teams. Seems like Dyersburg has maybe slowed down that pace a little bit compared to that first half. It was really back and forth in that first half, and obviously a fair amount of points in that first half. We're almost 3 minutes in, and it's only 2-2. The pace has slowed significantly. We saw White County with a 1-minute possession. We've seen Dyersburg really slow it down offensively. So we'll kind of see if it starts to pick up a little bit, or if that's just really a concerted effort here in this second half for both sides.
Whether you're watching on Facebook or YouTube, we ask that you hit that thumbs up button. Make sure you like or follow or subscribe, whatever you can do where you are. Appreciate you joining us here. And quickly out of the timeout, jumper up, no good for Crawford, then swiped away from her and a foul. This is a huge call. Huge call here. If it's on Ava Jones, it's her 4th. And it is. No, it is not. They added another number there. And they get Keely Mullins. He put the 3 up and everyone went, oh!
I don't even know if Keely Mullins was involved in the play.
Keely Mullins called for her second, team's third. That gets a groan from the Sparta faithful. Now Hockett tries to drive. She kicks over. Tipped by Jones. Back out. Ava Jones playing with 3 fouls. She has to be careful. Now Jordan steps through. Tries to throw it up. Clark stayed with her, and it's no good. Rebounded by Ava Jones, and here comes Sparta trying to tie her take the lead. Right side Winningham. Back to Jones. In the corner, Jones, little head fake, drives and finishes. Ava Jones having a great game in her first ever state tournament game, and a carry violation forced by Lakeland Grasty. Sparta takes it back.
Well, they tried to inbound it. Lakeland Grasty steps in front, so she just stepped over that baseline. So it's a turnover by Dyersburg, and they got it back in a tie game.
Quick inbound to Winningham. She tried the quick shot. It didn't go. And the look on Coach Michael Dodgen's face says, I didn't like that at all. 31-31. Hockett trying to regain the advantage, and she lost it. Winningham stepped to her and went right out of play. Possession back to the Warriorettes. And now Coach Strayhorn wants a full timeout to talk about it. We'll take it with them. All tied up at 31, 4:28 to play in the third.
Discover the stylish and modern 3-bedroom, 2-bathroom home with an open split bedroom floor plan designed for comfort and convenience. With 3,318 square feet under one roof, plus a bonus room over the garage and 1,400 square foot basement. Located in the Brookstone subdivision, this home is just minutes from Cookeville. The builder is also offering up to 3% in closing cost assistance. Call Sonia Brown with American Way Real Estate at 931-979-7145.
31-31, Dyersburg and White County. The Warriorettes trying to knock off the defending Class 3A state champions here in this quarterfinal round matchup. I'm Noah McKay. He's Jacob Vinson, the lovely Madison McKay producing things for us over there. See, you're hitting that with a little more emphasis, the lines, when we come back from break. So let me just try this. The lovely Madison McKay sitting over there. For your wife, you just really... beautiful, really strong.
She enjoys it because now we've got people coming up and
Yeah.
saying, look, it's the beautiful Desiree
See, they
Vincent.
do that to Mads,
exactly.
but I gotta get more. You're one upping me, so I gotta go. The lovely Madison McKay producing things. Back to action. White County after the turnover by Dyersburg will bring it up. Ava Jones having a great game. She gives off to Bella Winningham. Winningham, clock ticking. Got to go somewhere with it. Finds Grasty. Grasty. Closed out by Parr. Grasty says, excuse me, I'm just going to go ahead. Grasty drives inside, can't finish. Ava Jones put back, no. Rebound loose, Dyersburg with it, looking to get out and run. There's Crawford into the half court. Steps through contact, there's the call. Will it be on the floor?
No, it better be.
White County wants a travel. They're going to get Bella Winningham instead for her third. So now 2 Warriorettes with 3, and it is on the floor. There was contact up high. There was also feet shuffling. The sequence of events depends on the colored glasses you're wearing. Baseline inbound coming here for Dyersburg on the right side of your screen if you envision it. As you listen along, Grasty bumped and a foul called.
Goodness.
Trying to fight with Hockett. Now Lakeland Grasty has 3. 3 different Warriorettes with 3, and there was a lot of body contact there with Grasty. And that already puts Dyersburg into the bonus with 4:02 to go in the third quarter. And Coach Dodgen said it early in the first quarter, don't put your hands on them. You put your hands on them, you're going to get a foul called with this crew today.
5-2 now here with 4 minutes to play in the third quarter. So the White County Warriorettes hoping it starts to sway back in their favor in that foul count.
Hockett's first free throw nearly hit the rafters and dropped through.
Very high arcing. But it works.
It did go through. They lead by 1 again. Next one connects as well. 2 for 2 at the stripe. Lady Trojans back in front. White County in a ton of foul trouble. They got to be careful. Nobody with 4 yet, but that could change in a hurry. Clark crosses over a couple of times, kicks back to Mullins. Mullins, guarded by Crawford, fires into Grasty. Grasty kicks to Jones. Jones off the dribble, another 3, connects. Ava Jones with her second Gary Maxwell Insurance 3 of the game.
And the reason she had a wide open lane a couple possessions ago, because she can do that right there and knock it down from outside. Big shot by Jones.
Now Jordan in the half court kicks left side to Parr. The ball spins horizontally when Ava Jones shoots it, and it goes through. Here's Parr. She throws it up. The runner connects through for Bree Parr. 9 points for her, back to a 1-point Dyersburg lead. We seesaw back and forth. These two behemoths battling it out. Into the low block, Winningham. She's bumped on the floor as she caught that pass. Hockett into the back. Now she has 3. So two different Lady Trojans have 3, but they are not the superstars for Dyersburg. Grasty to inbound, fires into Winningham, right in front of our table. Now she finds Ava Jones. Jones now going to put it on the deck. She'll bounce it out for Clark. Clark gets a screen, steps back over to Jones. Now into Mullins on the back cut. Mullins back out into the corner. Being harassed by Joya Crawford. She's such a great defender. Now Jones. Bodies up, back for Winningham. Winningham spins. Now picks up, fires right side for Jones. Jones back to Grasty. Coach Dodgen wants a reset. 2:39 to play in the third quarter. Mullins has it poked from behind. It goes out of play. Crawford again with the active hands, but it stays with White County. Dyersburg with one more foul to give. As Mullins to inbound. Gonna find Ava Jones. Now back to Keely Mullins. Mullins fires to Grasty. Grasty trying to egg on her troops to get there. Spins right side. Grasty loses it. Jones able to keep it in the half court. The Sparta fans want a foul. They didn't get it. Jones starts to drive. More contact. No call. Winningham left side. Wide open. Gracie Clark can't connect. Rebound down. That's a tie-up. It'll be a jump with the arrow belonging to Dyersburg with 2:08 to play in the third.
Yeah, nice job by Bella Winningham going for that rebound. Able to get the tie-up. Hockett in there as well. And so Dyersburg going to get the basketball. And again, a long possession. Unable to get points out of it. 2:06 to go third quarter.
Joya Crawford bringing it up. Neither team is led by more than 5. Crawford drives inside off a stiff screen and gets the friendly roll. Quick strike for Dyersburg after a long possession for White County. Now again, Ava Jones bringing it into the half court. Coast to coast. Jones off the glass. No. Clark with a physical rebound and a foul. Gracie Clark going to go to the Wallace Insurance free throw line to shoot 2. Who are they getting for the Lady Trojans?
Crawford.
It's going to go on Joya Crawford. It is just her second.
That was a heck of a rebound by Gracie Clark. I realized immediately it was going to be a little bit strong from Jones off the window. Jumps early, anticipated it well.
She makes the first. It's only 3 points so far for Gracie Clark. She's averaging just a tick under 7 boards per game. She has 7 already today. She goes 2 for 2 at the stripe. White County's back within a point. What a battle this one is turning into.
I mean, we figured this could be a state championship-esque ball game, and it has absolutely been that.
Shelby Jordanson's right side for Hockett. Hockett fires over to Parr. Parr left side Jordan. Clark picks her up. Jordan activates with that quick step. Skies up, can't finish. Popped out. Keely Mullins with a rebound. Here comes Sparta. Mullins with the outlet feed to Clark. Steps up, shot up, no. Rebound down to Hockett and a foul, and a really bad one. Gracie Clark tried to reach and get another one, and now she has her third, and this is 2 free throws for Dyersburg on a foul. 80 feet away from the basket.
Yeah, that one's a really tough one. There should be 2 free throws. There they go. They got it figured out. And Clark had the open look. She just kind of got a little bit stretched out trying to go up with it. A little too strong off that window. Bounces off the front side of the iron. Nobody there to rebound for White County. And then, like you said, just commits not a great foul 80 feet away.
Hockett 2 for 2 already in the quarter. She's back at the stripe where she misses the first. And this is the first time the White County fans haven't been screaming during her free throw this year. What's going on?
A little bit further away,
I'm going to need the Maroon faithful behind us to start making some noise. I mean, they have been relentless this entire postseason on everybody. Didn't matter now. Hockett misses both of them, and Clark goes up and gets the rebound. Now she crosses over on 3 defenders. Finds Grasty. Mid-range pull-up. Can't hit. Rebound down. And again, an empty trip for White County leads to a possession for Dyersburg.
White County 1 for their last 7 from the field.
But they're still down just 1. Hockett sends over right side. Does Dyersburg want to hold or go? Looks to me like they're content to hold. Joya Crawford puts it on her hip. Grasty steps to her, trying to force a count. Crawford fakes the handoff to Jordan. 40 seconds. Find where the box is at, ladies and gentlemen. You're about to need your microwave. 30 seconds left. Crawford. Rasky not letting her get away with not doing anything. She steps towards her every once in a while. Now with 20 seconds, it's a big possession for momentum purposes. Dyersburg with a 1-point lead, looking to stretch. That clock is ticking. Rasty nearly forces the 5-second. Crawford pulls up, can't connect. Rebound down. Jordan's putback won't go. Jones with the board. 3 seconds for Ava Jones. Now Mullins can't get a shot away in time. Her late attempt almost went down. Ladies and gentlemen, get your popcorn ready. After 3, it's Dyersburg 37, White County 36. Trip to the semifinals on the line. Coverage presented by Wallace Insurance Agency on the Watson Chevy UCR Media Network.
Livingston Regional Hospital is Livingston's hometown hospital. Located at 315 Oak Street, Livingston Regional Hospital provides compassionate, quality care for all patients from local people you can trust, so you can count on them to treat you like family. Their excellent staff offers years of experience and training to meet the needs of all patients. They understand the importance of providing care in a professional and comforting manner. They're proud to partner with Livingston Academy Athletics through the LRH Sports Medicine Team. Livingston Regional Hospital is a proud sponsor of this broadcast on the UCR Media Network. (37-36). Dyersburg with a 1-point lead over the White County Warriorettes. The winner advances on to face the winner of the next game, Jackson Southside and Northview Academy. The loser season ends in the quarterfinal round of the state tournament. We are here at the Murphy Center at Middle Tennessee State University. I'm Noah McKay. It's Jacob Benson, the lovely Madison McKay, producing things for us this afternoon. White County basketball, 1 quarter to go. Lakeland Grasty going to bring it up, working right to left. Grasty picked up by Bree Parr. Sends left side for Gracie Clark. Clark working through the mid-range. Skies up, it's blocked. Shelby Jordan with the block, and she gets the rebound.
It's a heck of a defensive play.
Now Jordan in the half court has 4 different Warriorettes looking at her. She goes to work. Spins it back for Parr. Parr poked from behind by Mullins. Goes right to Ava Jones. Jones trying to push it. Mullins tripped up. We play on. Grasty inside with the finish. Lakeland Grasty gives White County a 1-point lead.
That was a heck of a finish by Lakeland Grasty. Now Coach Dodgen trying to get his fans fired up. That's going the other way.
Offensive foul. Kyra Fox takes the shoulder to the chest, and it's going the other way.
It should have been her second charge as well. That time again, showing hands, takes the contact to the chest, gets bulldozed over, and Kyra Fox creates the turnover to get the basketball back.
KK Hockett went into the chest of Fox, who in the regular season took over a dozen charges. She takes one here in the state tournament. We had a stoppage for something on the floor. White County gets it back. They are looking for one of their patented separate runs that we've seen this entire season. They've been in a lot of close games that don't end up being close at the end because of the fourth quarter. But my goodness, is it tougher today against the reigning Class 3A state champions. Keely Mullins with it here. Picks up, surveys, now sends over to Grasty. Grasty gets 2 screens, mid-range pull-up, can't hit. Rebound down, it's still loose. Dyersburg has it for a moment, now they have it permanently. Here comes Joya Crawford, looking for the answer. Down just 1. Crawford works to Fox, now spins right side Macklin. Back to Hockett, deep 3, got it. KK Hockett from an NBA range 3, back to a 2-point Dyersburg lead. Now here's Kyra Fox weaving through traffic. Sends to Ava Jones. Jones off the dribble. Fires into Fox. Fox steps through. Left hand. No. Rebound down. Still loose. Still loose. And they'll say it's tied up. And the arrow belongs to Dyersburg. And Coach Dodgen saying, how is that a tie-up when nobody had the basketball?
Yeah, it came out pretty quickly. It was a very quick whistle on the jump ball. And White County was going to end up with it afterwards as well. Fox comes out. Winningham back in. And a big thing there, that last possession, Winningham has been guarding Hockett the whole game. She gets loose for just a second and hits a big 3.
Speaking of, she picks her up again. Now into the corner, Macklin. Macklin bounces, Parr in the mid-range. Back to Jordan. This Dyersburg team, they also put away teams with runs late. It's what elite teams do. Hockett nearly traveled. Macklin's wide open. Triggers the three. Nearly an air ball. Rebounded down to Keely Mullins. Coach Dodgen's well scouted today. Mullins. There's a couple of players they want shooting, and they are egging them on. Mullins with a high pass finds Jones. She drives in. Left hand, no. Missed it wide left. Rebound down to Hockett. She's pushing it with tempo. Hockett into the half court. Fires it across. Out of play. It was tipped by Mullins, so it stays on this end with Dyersburg. Coach Dodgen still has a lot of timeouts, all of them. 5 in his back pocket. Dyersburg with only 2. Inbound coming here. Fired up to Hockett. She's wide open. 4-3. Can't hit. Missed it wide left. Rebound still loose. Keely Mullins has it.
Ava Jones just got pulled almost to the floor there on that rebound attempt.
It's getting a lot looser with the whistle. Now a flip pass from Clark to Winningham. Underneath, behind the back, and a foul. They're going to get Callie Macklin for her third, and Bella Winningham will go to the Wallace Insurance free throw line to shoot 2, trying to tie the game with 5:26 remaining.
White County's been trying to get it inside, trying to draw some contact. That's just the first foul, or the second foul called on Dyersburg here in this fourth quarter, and Winningham able to cash in the first of the free throws.
10 today for Bella Winningham. Ava Jones leads all scorers with 16. Second one pops out for Bella Winningham. Crawford with a rebound. And with a 1-point lead, Joya Crawford's looking for more. What a spin move for her, and now resets in the half court. 5:18 to play. It's 40-39. Now a drive for Jordan into the chest of Grasty. Throws it up with the right hand and finishes. Shelby Jordan with another tough finish. Dyersburg up by 3.
They got deep inside the paint. The turnaround jumper over Grasty and able to get it.
Sparta needs a big bucket. Winningham from the secondary logo. Air ball going back the other way. 4:51 to play. Timeout called on the floor here by Michael Dodgen. A 30-second timeout. This is gut check time now. Yep. Down 3 with 4:51 to go after a miss.
Yeah, still plenty of time, but you don't want Dyersburg to start to go on the run. You mentioned nobody's had more than a 5-point lead in this game. White County trailed 5-0 early on in the first quarter. It's a 3-point game right now. Dyersburg has the lead. They're going to get the basketball back. You really would like to get a stop and not give up a bucket to go down by 5 or 6, depending on what Dyersburg gets. Again, still plenty of time, but again, Dyersburg looking to try to go on a little bit of a run and build their momentum offensively.
Team UCR has invaded Murfreesboro. If you're not at UpperCumberlandReporter.com all the time, these 2 weeks, you're really wasting your time. The best coverage you're going to find anywhere of these schools who are here. Website coverage of Van Buren County and York. Of course, broadcast and website coverage of White County and Cookeville. And next week, broadcast coverage of Upperman and Pickett County with website coverage of Jackson County. Out of the timeout, Dyersburg basketball here working in their own half court. They lead by 3. Shelby Jordan has it. Sends out to Crawford. White County upping the defensive intensity. Crawford floats back away from Lakeland Grasty. 4.5 to play. There goes Joya Crawford. She drives aggressively. Throws up the shot. No, but a foul is called. They're going to get Lakeland Grasty, and that will be her 4th. First Warriorette with 4. And Coach Dodgen is saying, what did she do? And the official, same one from earlier, will not even look at him.
Yeah, it's the same one who called the travel earlier on. And yeah, he just doesn't even look that way.
White County wants that call on the other side of the floor as Crawford's first free throw connects.
I think Dodgen just got warned too. So not only does he not even have a conversation with him, he just gives him a warning without
and
even
he says
looking
for what?
at him.
He still hasn't looked at him. Hasn't looked at him one time. Big man on campus over here at half court. Hasn't looked over at him one time. Coach Dodgen is not letting him get away with it. He's staring right at him. And now he's slowly jogging past him like a coward. Crawford goes 2 for 2. That's pathetic. Here's Lakeland Grasty with a step in the half court, and she's fouled. Repar going to be called for her 4th, and Grasty will go to the line to shoot 2. That's the only way I can describe that, ladies and gentlemen.
Good.
I mean, it's just
pretty much how it was. I mean, all he's looking for is an explanation.
Coach Dodgen looking right at him, and he refused to even look at his direction.
If
I don't know how else to describe that.
If you refuse to look at him and actually talk to a coach, he's just asking a simple question. He wasn't being over the top about it or anything.
First free throw is no good for Grasty. She makes the second. Sparta's back within 4, 4:17 to go.
Need a big stop right here.
Dyersburg starting to get theirs on the offensive end, one way or the other. Crawford again, going to drive inside. Little flip off now, back out to her in the corner. Deep three on the way. Didn't get the friendly roll, and Ava Jones with a physical rebound. Ahead to Keely Mullins. Now an outlet feed to Clark. Easy lay, good. Gracie Clark on the feed from Keely Mullins. Sparta's back within a score.
Yeah, able to get the finish that time. They got the stop, the bucket. Can they string it together?
Now Parr gives back to Crawford. The Sparta faithful now back in the basketball game here in the Murphy Center. Now a crossover. Drive for Jordan. Gets free in the mid-range. Can't connect. Rebound down. There's a tie-up. That's a jump. The arrow belongs to the Warriorettes.
Yeah, really good job by Gracie Clark, able to tie up that basketball. White County gets it back. 3:27 to go, trailing by 2.
It's gut check time for White County. They trailed by 4. Now it's 2. Grasky bringing it up into the half court. Picked up by Parr. Now left side Clark. Jones wants it and has it at the free throw line. Jones kicks to Winningham. Now left side Mullins. Thought about it. It would have been a deep one. Now sends right side for Grasky. Shelby Jordan guarding Ava Jones at the elbow. Jones has it now from behind the arc. Waits, flips. Winningham couldn't get free. Now Winningham starts to drive the lane. Picks up her dribble. Needs an outlet. Bounces to Jones in the corner. Under 3 to play. Ava Jones inside. Right hand blocked. Shelby Jordan from behind with the block. It stays on this end.
Did a good job of not getting into the body as well. That's what Coach Dodgen was looking for. They may have been a little bit at the back end.
Clark with it on the inbound. Clark works inside, an offensive foul. Hooked around the back. She did. The White County fans won't like it. And Coach Dodgen sees it, and he's just got a technical foul.
What is this official doing?
Coach Dodgen just got teed up for asking the other official what happened. And now Dyersburg is going to get 2 free throws and the basketball. They get the personal foul on Gracie Clark. It's her 4th. And 2 free throws are upcoming here for Joya Crawford.
That's a joke.
And an official who has too big of an ego is making his presence felt at the Murphy Center.
I mean, Coach Dodgen wasn't even looking at him. He's talking to another official, asking him what he saw about the play.
And Crawford makes the first. That's the problem. And Coach Dodgen will have to sit, and he is livid. It's a 3-point lead for Dyersburg. Crawford can make it 4 with the basketball. She misses the next one. Now 3 for 4 in the quarter. Dyersburg ball, 2:44 to go. I do think, as Coach Dodgen wants a timeout, I do think it was the correct call. Clark had to reach around, but
it was an offensive call.
Is atrocious.
Call. But yeah, the tech's ridiculous.
And Coach Dodgen is saying, what did
I do? The official still won't look at it.
He has yet to look
I've never seen anything
at Michael
like
Dodgen.
this.
We've seen a lot. We have seen a lot. And to not even have the respect to a head coach to look over.
We won't even have a conversation. I mean,
it's one of the more ridiculous things
I
believe I've ever watched in a state tournament.
Well, okay, so after all that, 2:44 to go, still time for White County, down by 3. It's going to be Dyersburg basketball. You need to get a stop, obviously. And then you got to go down and get a good possession. So you got to put all that behind you, even with the whistle the way it is right now. And again, it was a correct call on Gracie Clark on the offensive foul call, but then it was after that calling the technical on Coach Dodgen, just a blasphemous call.
And we have the history of not looking at him earlier.
Right.
With a controversial call.
There's been one official out of the 3 that has had a subpar game.
And it's the same one every time. Over and over and over again. Tells you everything you need to know. Now White County's just got to play basketball. 45-42, 2:40 to play. Crawford across the timeline here. Works it right side. Now floats back. Grasty steps. How does Dyersburg approach this end-of-game situation? Right now, they're killing a little clock.
Yeah, that's smart. Because they're White County's got 3 team fouls right now.
And 2 players with 4 in Clark and Grasty. Clark defending here on Jordan. Now they kick out Macklin. That pass tipped out of play, and it knocked off of Jordan. Possession back to White County.
Wow.
Lakeland Grasty got a hand on it. Apparently, it tipped off of Jordan.
They'll take it.
And I believe the two other officials know how horrible one has been in this game.
Yeah.
2:05 to go as Grasty brings it up. Works it over left side. Grasty starts to drive, finds Mullins. Jones posting up inside, turns on Crawford, shot up, no with a foul. Ava Jones to the Wallace Insurance free throw line to shoot 2.
And third foul on Crawford as well, and a couple of starters with 2 fouls, well, a couple of players with 2 fouls for Dyersburg and Hockett and Pars, so the foul count on both sides starting to pile up. Big free throws for Ava Jones.
They need them, and they don't get the first, and this is becoming a theme for White County, who's been so good at the free throw line. They've now missed 3 in this quarter. That's the gap in the game. They need the next one. And can't get it, but an offensive rebound. Clark's putback won't go either. Rebounded by Dyersburg. Empty trip for the Warriorettes. And now Dyersburg, with a 1:40 to go, will try and drain the clock again. Clark, Jordan drives inside. Jordan resets. Clark can't foul. She has 4. There comes the pressure. Now Grasty steps up, and that'll be her 5th. Lakeland Grasty's day is done. She's now fouled out of the game. And this will be 2 free throws upcoming as they've hit the bonus for Dyersburg. Kyra Fox will check in. Pardon me, that's the 4th, apparently, on White County somehow. Big screen set. Inbounds comes, and now the foul, and that's who White County wants at the line, because they all descended immediately upon Macklin, and Callie Macklin will try and prove them wrong. She'll stride to the stripe to shoot 2 with 1:29 to go. That's going to be the 4th on Bella Winningham. Yeah. Nope, they didn't call it on Winningham.
Who'd they call it on?
I believe they called it on Kyra Fox. Our old friend. They called it on Kyra Fox. First free throw for Macklin is nothing but nylon.
Well, they got it in the stats as Winningham. So that's now they're trying to figure it out at the scores table.
They called it on Kyra Fox.
Well, that's better. It's only her 2nd.
It is. Macklin made it a 2-score game. The next one up. Connects. 2 for 2 for Callie Macklin. Dyersburg's been really good in these clutch situations. Here comes Keely Mullins. Mullins, coast to coast, up and under, no. Rebound down. Hockett has it, and a foul on Sparta. They're going to get Keely Mullins with her 3rd, and now it's getting away from White County. 2 free throws upcoming here for Dyersburg.
I mean, it sure looked like Keely Mullins had an arm come across her arm as she went up.
Our old friend was down low. KK Hockett going to the line to shoot 2. First one, no good.
Yeah, not out of it yet.
Not
Only
out.
down by 5. Still plenty of time, but you got to go quickly.
They're going to need to get a shot to go.
Yeah.
Right now it's gone really cold for White County offensively.
1 for their last 8.
Next one for Hockett. Connects. Splits them. Still a 2-score game, but it would be 2 threes or 2 and 1s. Fox loses handle on it. Able to get it back to Mullins. Dyersburg can sense it. Now back for Gracie Clark. She'll drive the lane. Mid-range pull up. Can't hit. Another miss. Now 1 for their last 9. And a push. And that will be the 4th on Bella Winningham. Shelby Jordan going to go to the line to shoot 2. 48-42. Dyersburg with the lead. 1:05 to play. Now they just got to make their free throws and they'll win the game.
It's been a really good job by Dyersburg on this end. Knocking down free throws. They knocked down another one. And here in the quarter, in the 4th, now 7 for 9. They're 9 for 12 in the second half. So they're doing exactly what they needed to do. Haven't made a lot of field goals, just 2 for 6. And only made 5 field goals in this second half.
2 for 2 for Shelby Jordan, and time running out on White County. If they're going to have a magic run, they need it right now. Ava Jones into the half court, sends back Bella Winningham. Deep 3, missed everything, wide left. Rebound down again, and a foul on Keely Mullins. It's her 4th. Shelby Jordan back to the line to shoot 2 more. And now the Dyersburg fans can feel it. They're 54 seconds away from a return trip to the semifinals.
Yeah, it's going to be a heck of a win if they're able to pull this one out with 54 seconds to play, because this was back and forth for 3 straight quarters, and here with about 6 minutes into this fourth quarter. And then you get to that 2-minute mark. It gets to a 1-possession lead for Dyersburg, and White County just couldn't hit the shots on the other end. Obviously, they missed a couple of free throws as well and just could not get the scoring going as Jordan hits another free throw.
And once the technical foul was brought down, the air was just sucked out of the gym for White County as Jordan
A really bad technical foul.
Yeah, there's
call.
a really bad official on this floor. I'm just going to tell you like it is, ladies and gentlemen. Keely Mullins ahead. Take nothing away from these two elite basketball teams as Jones gives back to Mullins. Deep three for Keely Mullins. Couldn't bank it in. Rebound down again to Shelby Jordan. And now, what will White County decide to do? And that's going to be a moving screen on Joya Crawford. And White County gets it back, and that gets a laugh out of Coach Dodgen. These two teams brought it today.
Yeah, they did.
And one official decided to also want to bring it today. Unfortunately, to stain a really good game. With 37 seconds to go, White County looking for a quick shot. Fox inbounds to Mullins. Now back to Fox. Mullins flips it over for Jones. It's stolen away. Crawford with the steal. And White County is not going to foul. Crawford will work it around and drain the clock. This Dyersburg team has looked every bit the part of a returning champ this entire season. They've come to the Glass House and started their title defense with a quality victory. 10 seconds to go as it drains down. And that will do it today. Final score from the Murphy Center, Dyersburg 52, White County 42. One of the best seasons in program history for the White County Warriorettes comes to an end in the quarterfinal round of the state tournament.
Yeah, I mean, that's just a heck of a win for Dyersburg. They win this game by 10, and they went on an 8-0 run there in the final 2:43 of that ball game without field goals, just knocking down free throws and able to win this game. And it all started with the technical foul call there late in the ball game on Coach Dodgen. Again, never should have been called a technical foul, and it ends up being called one. It ends up kind of changing the complexion of this basketball game late. But I don't want to take anything away from Dyersburg. That is a tremendously good basketball team. They very well could go win another state championship. Obviously, they're going to have a really tough semifinal no matter who it is against Jackson Southside or Northview Academy. So we'll just have to wait and see. But a tip of the cap to White County. First time back here since 1997. Played a really good basketball game against a really good basketball team and just came up short today.
And one thing I think we're really going to see, we saw certainly with Heritage, we'll see it in this next game with Jackson Southside and Northview Academy. This year, this 3A bracket was very good, especially the bottom half of this bracket. Once it came out, there was not going to be any easy games for anybody in the bracket. And it certainly was not easy for Dyersburg, and obviously was not easy for White County. There's tons of different storylines in this basketball game. White County proved they belong on this floor
100%.
with the best of the best in this state. Yes, there was absolute nonsense that occurred in that game. But take nothing away from Dyersburg, who executed situationally. Every time they needed a big bucket, they got a big bucket, and they were able to hang on to win this basketball game.
And it was their two big players that got it done, Shelby Jordan and Joya Crawford. Crawford finishes with 13 points, 7 rebounds. For Shelby Jordan, she had 17 points and 11 rebounds, with 4 of those being offensive rebounds, and was 6 for 6 from the free throw line. She's your player of the game in that ball game, able to ice it away late. And again, this is a Dyersburg team. They're just as dangerous as they were a year ago. And we kind of had the conversation last year. It seemed like 3A may have been down a little bit. They ain't down this year. This is a really good 3A tournament this year. And again, nothing to hang your heads about if you're White County. You played probably the best team in this tournament, one of the best teams in this tournament, and took them down to the wire.
A tremendous season for the White County Warriorettes. They were so disappointed last year that they didn't get here. Felt like they had a state tournament caliber team, maybe a state championship caliber team. This year, they were able to slay their demons. They were able to get past that region semifinal, get past that region championship game, get past the sub-state, and get here. Once you get here, all bets are off. It is really hard to win this. It doesn't change anything about how historically great this now 31-4 White County Warriorette season was.
Coach Michael Green said it perfectly in the press conference yesterday after York Institute's 1-point victory against Memphis Business Academy. He said anything that happens before this doesn't matter. It really doesn't. Obviously, you can play a tough schedule, you can do all that, but when you get in this gym, everything's different. It doesn't matter who's on the other side. If you've played them before, if you haven't played them before, it's really really hard to win in this gym, in this tournament. And we saw that here today. That's a really, really good White County team. And again, like you said, a tremendous season for the White County Warriorettes. Back to the state tournament for the first time since 1997. And Coach Dodgen, he's already got a really good program and now really starting to kind of build upon that program's tradition.
And they'll be hungry to try and get back here. You also have to tip your cap to the career of Ava Jones and then the journey that Keely Mullins had to go through this year to finish it out in the state tournament. Ava Jones, though, really kept him in this basketball game today. What an impact she's had. And we talk about this line of succession in Sparta when it comes to the bigs. You date back 3 years. You go from Nia Powers to Celeste Reed to Ava Jones. They'll be looking maybe for Ashlyn Selby to be the next in that line of succession. And then you look forward to next year. This White County team brings back a core of juniors that now have been here and will be extra motivated to try and get back here and finish the job.
Yeah, you saw a lot of emotion from Keely Mullins there at the end of the ball game, and rightfully so. It was her second time here in the Glass House. Not too many players can say that they've played here 2 different times. She is one of those players that can say that. And then Ava Jones, she played great. 16 points, 10 rebounds, a double-double in her final game in her career as a high school player with the White County Warriorettes. And the seniors on this squad able, obviously, to kind of create that path to get back here to the state tournament. And then you said it, too. For those underclassmen and then the upperclassmen that are juniors that'll be seniors next year, they've got that experience now. You know what it feels like to lose here at the state tournament. Kind of lights that fire underneath you coming into next season.
Yeah, how many times do we see a team lose in the state tournament, come back next year? But we know in the Upper Cumberland that is not easy to do, especially in Class 3A, to get past all the behemoths that we have. We just have a state tournament up in our area, and it would be quite all right. Dyersburg does get it done today, and they will take on the winner of Jackson Southside and Northview Academy in the state semifinals coming up on Friday. That will not do it for us today. We, of course, will have website coverage coming very soon of that contest, and then we'll be back here on the headsets coming up in 4.5 hours, a 5:30. Pardon me, 3.5 hours.
3.5, there you go.
Yeah, I'm bad at that. Your laptop didn't change to daylight savings
No, it
time,
didn't.
so I'm blaming you for
why.
that one. 3.5 hours, a 5:30 p.m. Central Time tip-off as the Cookeville Lady Cavaliers will take on Lincoln County. That broadcast will be presented by Sonia Brown with American Way Real Estate right back here where you're listening to this one. We so appreciate Randy Wallace with Wallace Insurance Agency for being the presenting sponsor of today's game. For all your auto, home, business, and life insurance needs, call Randy at 931-837-2550 so he can help you with all of those different things. He is one of the best in the business there in Sparta. We so appreciate Randy and his long-running sponsorship to us here at UCR. A historic season for the White County Warriorettes is in the books. They fall today to the Dyersburg Lady Trojans. Final score, Dyersburg 52, White County 42. I'm Noah McKay for Jacob Vincent to my left, Madison McKay producing things, Goose on the sideline with coverage for the website, and everybody at Upper Cumberland Reporter. Have a great day, everybody.